Halloween and welcome back to day number 7 of the 10 Days of Halloween challenge with I myself, the original Renegade. Now today I've gone a little bit batty, as you can see. I've actually got some wings and I'm so super excited about it. It's unbelievable. So, well, battier than usual I guess. So, welcome back. This is day number 7 of the 10 Days of Halloween challenge. If you haven't joined us for any of the previous days, then I'm just going to get it all out the way for a second and tell you what it's about real quick. For those of you who obviously have been here for the other days, thank you very much for tuning in. Come, pull up a crystal ball and a cup of tea or something and we'll get straight back into it. But for those of you who don't know, I'm doing the 10 Days of Halloween challenge. This challenge was originally set out by none other than the beautifully talented and wonderful, in my own opinion, Mr. Thomas Dekker, who is an actor. So, he did this challenge originally. I absolutely loved it. I never got around to doing it, so I thought it was about time this year that somebody resurrected it. So here I am to resurrect it for you all. Now, to get straight into it, I do have my trusty pad because I do waffle, obviously, quite a lot. So, we're going back to our 3 categories, which is the beat-off category, the show-off category, and the laugh-off category. Now, if you do need a more in-depth explanation of any of these categories or the challenge in general, do go back to day number 1 because it is all laid out there for you guys. But to jump straight into it, today's beat-off movie is the 1968 absolutely revolutionary film, in my opinion, Rosemary's Baby. Now, in this film, it's about a couple who move into a New York apartment, which has a bit of an ominous reputation, and the neighbours are just out and out strange, to be perfectly honest. Now, as per the title, Rosemary conceives their first child, and sort of things start to happen throughout her pregnancy. And it's one of these things where it's quite apparent that something isn't quite right. So, Mia Farrow, who plays Rosemary, does a great job at portraying an increasingly, like, paranoid and frantic mother, you know, first-time mother, should I say. And she just does such a great job. And they build upon the tension and build upon the paranoia in such a way that it was revolutionary back in its day, like 1968. I think personally it's one of my favourite, most visually dynamic films from that period. So I do absolutely love it. All the cast do really well, and you do start to actually wonder whether or not Rosemary's gone a little bit nuts. Like, you know, they build upon it in such a way that you're not entirely sure who's right or what's really going on, but it was just so superbly done, like absolutely groundbreaking in its day, groundbreaking, and one of my all-time favourites. As per the beat-off category, I can shove it on late at night and fall asleep to it, and it's just a brilliant film, so I recommend that one. Now, to move on to my show-off movie for today, it is 2008's Mirrors. Now, this was a movie, again, it's a remake from an Asian movie. I haven't actually seen the Asian original, to be perfectly honest, but it is a remake. It has Kiefer Sutherland in it. He plays a cop who's just got a job at a burnt-out, once prosperous department store as a security guard, because he's trying to put his shattered life back together, basically. You know, it's kind of that thing. But as he's doing his security work, he comes across these large, ornate mirrors hanging up all over the department store, and there seems to be something evil and creepy about them. There's something about them that is able to possess people and bring out their worst qualities, literally. Now, I don't like mirrors. I have not had a mirror in my room for years and years. It's only within the past 3 or 4 years that I have actually put a mirror in my room because I just don't like them. I've always felt like mirrors are kind of gateways to things, and this movie has just compounded that theory. It has compounded it, guys. So I find it creepy. There are a lot of moments that are just freaky, and like people butchering themselves because they're being possessed and they're being told by the mirrors that this is what they need to do. And it's just, oh god, there's one scene in a bathtub and I'm just not even getting into it, I'm not even about it. Like, it is pretty gruesome and pretty creepy, to be honest. Now, I know a lot of people have said it wasn't Kiefer Sutherland's like best movie, and a lot of people don't understand it, and a lot of people on Rotten Tomatoes didn't like it, but to be honest, I think it had a great format. And you know, the fact that anything can get to you from anything that has a reflective surface, whether it's a mirror or a TV or a window pane, anything, even puddles on the floor, like that is creepy. Like, how do you combat something like that? So I would definitely recommend this movie. It is very creepy. It's one of my creepy favourites, and I do show it to a lot of my friends. There was a Mirrors 2 that was released not long after, but that one's not quite as good in my opinion. So definitely do try and check out Mirrors if you can. It's up on Netflix, on the UK Netflix at the moment, so go check it out there if you can. Now, for my laugh off movie. Like, this one's really funny and I absolutely love it. It's 2010's Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I love this movie, guys. My sister showed me this movie to begin with, to be honest with you, and we just laughed the whole way through. It's just brilliant. It's about a scruffy pair of pals on a backwoods vacation, you know, which takes a deadly bloody turn when a load of ignorant college students show up and mistake them for murderous hillbillies, which is just funny. It's just funny. There's a lot of things that happen that are like freak accidents, but these kids are absolutely convinced that Tucker and Dale are doing them, that they are these murderous hillbillies that are coming after them. And it's just not the case at all. And it's ludicrous, it's ridiculous, rambunctious. It's just literally so funny, like slapstick comedy at its finest, you guys. So it's something that we, like I say, we can put on and just kind of carve pumpkins to, and it's just really funny. I wouldn't really recommend it for kids. It's not really a kids movie. It is pretty gruesome and pretty gory. There's this whole incident with a wood chipper even, you know. It's funny. It's a funny comedy, horror comedy, adult movie. That's all I'm going to put it down to. Again, this one is on UK Netflix at the moment, which is where I shall be watching it this Halloween. But it is one of my all-time favourites. It's just funny. If you're all sitting around drinking and just having a good time, you need to whack this movie on, you guys. So anyway, that is all of my movies for today, day number 7 of the 10 days of Halloween challenge. We're getting closer, guys. We're getting closer to Halloween, and as you can tell, I am more than excited about it. So I'm hoping you're enjoying these videos. I'm enjoying doing them for you. You know, so at least one of us is enjoying ourselves, right? Am I right? So anyway, I'm going to leave it here for today. Please do tune back in tomorrow for day number 8, where I'll have 3 more spooky films for you guys to look at. And until then, my little freaks and squeaks, I am going to fly off and I'm going to check you later. So check ya.